I'm Annalisa. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Today's video is going to be on organization and getting started. I think that's the hardest part, is getting started. The first thing you have to do is make the decision that you're going to do it. So you make the decision that you're going to get organized. And you have to make the decision, you have to discipline yourself, and you have to be determined. You have to, sometimes I think, oh, I'm going to do this. And then when I start it, it's like, oh, wow, that's really harder than I thought it was going to be. So you have to make sure that you're determined to finish it. You have to make a plan. What are you going to clean? How long you're going to give yourself to clean it. And take one step at a time. When I started the video, because this is my second video, because I started the first one to do my upper cabinets, and I plan to do all my cabinets. But stuff came up, life happens. I didn't get a chance to, and it's taken me a week to get the task done. It took me a week to get it done, but at least I got it done. So it doesn't matter, set your, mind that you're going to do it. So what you're going to clean. So if I started with a cabinet, I cleaned out that whole cabinet. I took everything out. What I did was I took and put a clean sheet on the kitchen floor, took everything out of the cabinet, put it on that sheet, and then once I put everything on the sheet, then I wiped down the cabinets inside, cleaned them inside good, and then started putting things back into the cabinets. But I went from one cabinet to the next, but I finished one before I went to the next one. That way, at least I got something accomplished, and I did all the upper cabinets, which was great, because then I felt really good, because I said I have all those done, is all the upper cabinets done. So that was a big plus, because I felt like a sense of accomplishment. So that gave me the motivation to do the lower cabinets and get everything done. And let's see what else. But you have to do one step at a time. So, and then if you get disrupted from doing that one thing, just be sure that you go back to it. You have to be determined and give yourself a goal of how long you give yourself to do it. I didn't necessarily give myself a goal, but I was determined to do it just as soon as I could, which just happened to be a week. It took me a week to do it. That wasn't my goal, but I would have liked to have it done that one day. But stuff doesn't always happen in one day. We have lives, we have things to do, and, interruptions and so forth. So make sure that and maybe it's not a cabinet, maybe it's just a space in your room, and you have a corner. Start at that corner and clean everything out, put it on that sheet on the floor, and then put the things back once you clean that corner out, or whatever, vacuum it or mop it, or whatever that space is, or whatever it is, whether it be, maybe it's a chair you throw all your clothes on. I know none of y'all have a chair like that. But whatever the space is, just do it first. Get everything out of it. It's easier to clean when you take everything out of that area, and then you can put it back. And it makes it so much easier, especially when I was cleaning out the cabinets, that you had, I had everything on that sheet. So everything that was left on that sheet, I knew that I had to decide to either trash it or donate it, or, see if anybody wants it before I donate it, of my kids and stuff. So, make sure that you do finish the task at hand. And if it does take you a week, that's okay. And especially if you work, sometimes you just don't have time. I know when I worked 12-hour shifts, and I worked, several days in a row. I did not have a whole lot of time. So this way, if you do just one cabinet at a time, and so I started the cabinets, the upper cabinets, and then I did the lower cabinets, and then I did the drawers. So, and I did one at a time. And, sometimes, maybe you may have health problems. You may have, reasons why you can't do it all at once. Maybe you're a caretaker or whatever. I did one thing at a time, and then I went back to the task. Sometimes I might have to take a break, because it was like overwhelming, and really some of it was kind of, it was quite the challenge, but I got it done. So I challenge you to go ahead and start your spring cleaning, and to be determined, to have a plan, take it one step at a time. And the last thing is to set that goal. So make sure that you do that, and you will just be amazed at how well you feel after you get your tasks done. You'll be like, oh wow, that is so awesome, I have it done. And it really does affect our mental health. as far as clutter and getting rid of things that, because I got rid of things that I haven't used in years. I was never going to use again. Some of it I have never even used at all. So when I got, I got rid of it. And so it's just like, wow, that is just so great. So it's such a great feeling to get organized. So I challenge you to get organized. All right, let's see what I did. Here we go. On the other side of the stove and the corner cabinet, we have my pots and pans. This probably is my cleanest cabinet because that's all I put in here is my pots and pans, because I don't want to get them messed up. So I try to keep the lids on the proper ones, and it works out fine. There's one of those screen things in the back I've never even used. So I will be thinking about if I'm going to even keep it or get rid of it, because I've never used it. And there's a pumpkin candle and another candle, because I need to group all of my candles together. I'm going to get them together and group them and put them somewhere so that I will have them, and then when the season comes I'll have them, because I don't want to put them in the attic because it gets super hot up there. And my to-go cup that I usually keep there. So all right, I think that concludes for my cabinets. Now let's go to the drawers. This is a bottom cabinet up under my coffee bar, and it has my rice maker and our toaster that you see was just kind of slung in there, and then various, those cups you get everywhere, water bottle kind of cups, a pitcher to make tea, and then let's see if we can even look back here at all this mess. That old lunch box. I don't even work anymore. Hey, is that electrical outlet? What is that? Nope. It's just some kind of thing. I don't know what that is. But it's so dark back here. I had to turn the light on so you could even see. And there's some things I don't use very much. But we are going to organize it and see if we can do a little bit better than this. I did try at least to organize. A while back I had put this blue bucket thing to put my rice maker in, which I really like. It does make it easier, and for the toaster too. So you could just pull out the whole toaster and the little container too, but all right. This is a cabinet underneath my microwave. And maybe you'll say, well, mine looks worse than that. That's okay. It's just going to take you a little bit longer to get organized than it will me. But we all have these cabinets that I don't even use that roaster that much. So I'm going to have to relocate it in another cabinet. Therefore, I can utilize the space better. And down here is an organization thing that I had tried to implement before. And as you can see, it just got knocked down. All right. All right, and this is underneath my cabinet by the dishwasher. And I have my air fryer in there, some pans that go in there, and as you can see, extra Walmart bags that don't fit in my nice little neat looking thing that you use for bags. We just kind of throw them in there. And back there, I don't know, there's extra paper towels. Oh, those are paper towels I don't like. And some, let's go over this for a second, see. All right, and some dishes and what are those things called? Lord help me. Chargers. And my slow cooker. And that's what's in this one. So we need to clean it out because, if you look down deep, there's stuff up underneath there. See, all kinds of junk back there that we're going to organize. And these bags. I don't know about these bags, y'all. But they are easily accessible. This is under my sink. It's not too bad because ever since I lived in my apartment, I always tried to keep under the sink neat and kind of organized. It's not too bad. So, but we'll see what we can do to help make it better. Here we go. On the other side of the stove and the corner cabinet, we have my pots and pans. This probably is my cleanest cabinet because that's all I put in here is my pots and pans, because I don't want to get them messed up. So I try to keep the lids on the proper ones, and it works out fine. There's one of those screen things in the back I've never even used. So I will be thinking about if I'm going to even keep it or get rid of it, because I've never used it. And there's a pumpkin candle and another candle, because I need to group all of my candles together. I'm going to get them together and group them and put them somewhere so that I will have them, and then when the season comes I'll have them, because I don't want to put them in the attic because, you know, it gets super hot up there. And my to-go cup that I usually keep there. So alright, I think that concludes for my cabinets. Now let's go to the drawers. Alright, and here are my drawers. Y'all have seen this one before. It's just a little messier. This is my coffee and cappuccino and tea drawer, and my Splenda. And this one is just a collect all for everything. My oldest son likes to use these, so I have been collecting them, so it's time to give them to him. I have just random stuff in here. And clothespins, I use those to close things like chips and stuff. Or bags of frozen things. I usually use rubber bands, but... And this is a collect all. There's some zip ties, because you never know when you might need a zip tie. And I have this plastic potato masher, which I do not like. It does not do very well, so I'll be getting rid of that. And some junk in there. We'll go through that junk. Some straws. And here's some straws from Christmas. And some forks. And then I have bought this, what is it, hamburger maker in them. I don't like it. But, and there you go. There's some, hey y'all, here's some cookie cutters I forgot I even had. I need to do better, y'all. I need to do better. And this is my drawer that I keep my dish towels in. Okay, and these are just the drawers by the sink that I put bread ties and the little clothespins in. And this is my silverware drawer, which is okay. So I don't have, because I've already, you know, over the last 3 years that I've lived here, I've been purging and things, so this one doesn't look too bad. And this is the other silverware drawer that's just kind of odds and ends. These forks are like gigantic, so they're for cooking and so forth. And this is my messy napkin drawer and measuring cup kind of drawer and whatever else I just decided to throw in there. So this will definitely need to be cleaned out. And my timer. Okay, and this is my messy drawer where we put things. I just kept these envelopes so I could cut pieces of paper, and when I need to write myself a note or something, I have those. And just a little bit of everything is thrown in here. So, and we use this marker to mark our waters with. This is my utensil drawer. These are the utensils that I use every day. So, as you can see, they're just thrown in there. This is the, you know, baggies and things like that that you use all the time. And we put our trash bags in here too, so it just works out really good. They're really accessible for my son when he does the trash. And what is this here? Oh, that's some lights that I got that don't work too well. Oh gosh, there's a candle back there. The winter candy apple. I didn't even use it this year because I didn't know I had it. So that's why I said I need to get all my candles together so that I can have them in one place and then put, You know, that way they'll be, and I'll arrange them according to their, their season. And then I have these little things that are supposed to go, they're so dirty, that go on the ends of the pot to hold it, but I don't use them very much. All right, we even have, what is this? A pumpkin carving thing in there. So you know how it is. Everything ends up in the drawer. All right, and this is my messy drawer, and I just kept things in there like measuring tape, things I might need handy. And these little clips for offices, when I retired, they come in handy for different things. So, and I love rubber bands. Okay, and then next is where my utensils are. And I love these kind of spatulas, but they can't be too soft. They have to be kind of firm, but not too firm. I don't like them too firm, kind of like porridge. And then these are some more things. The rest are in the dishwasher, or either in the little thing on top of the stove that I use. And these are my baggies, and aluminum foil and stuff, and our trash bags. And then these are my, I call them hands, but you know, the mittens. So, and that's in the last drawer. All right, and this drawer houses my seasonal napkins, and also measuring cups. My glasses, I always like to keep a pair of glasses in here in the kitchen because I always need them. And scissors in the back there. These two drawers, somehow I deleted the footage before, but these were not too bad. They didn't have too many things in there I had to take out. Because I don't use these two drawers very much. This has just got the plug-ins. I don't use too much now that I have my candle warmer. It does so much better than the plug-ins and using a candle. And these are just the papers and stuff that come with your washing machine, dryer, microwave, that kind of things. And on this side is where I have my knives. And I love these. They're not very sharp though. If you know a way to get them sharp, I do the little sharpener thing, which does a little bit, but if you know a way to get them sharper, let me know in the comments below. But I love them because they have sleeves on them. So, and when we take them out, the sleeves stay in the drawer. They never come out of the drawer. That way you don't lose the sleeves. And nobody uses them but me. Unless my kids come over, some of my older kids. But my youngest son, he doesn't touch knives. And then some steak knives. And then this is a little tin that I had got at a yard sale, but I didn't have any other plastic ones to put in here. So I decided just to go ahead and use this one. And it works fine because I don't use this stuff very seldom. These are knife sharpeners and a wine opener I haven't ever used. And these are thermometers, and these are digital thermometers. All right. All right, and this is the drawer for my towels, my kitchen towels. All right, this is my cabinet, what it looks like now. I have the things up at the top and cross over to the other side that I use less frequently. And then what I did was I took some things that I already had, containers, and these lids I don't use very much. They go to a set of these metal kind of bowls I don't use, so I just rubber band them together so they would stay together if I need them. And then I stacked, oops, you know, the office things that you have for files. I just stacked them on top of each other and put pans in there. And then this is what I had in my office at work. And I just stacked my cutting boards and then a baker's rack behind there. All right. Oh, forgot over here. Let me slide back over here. And then old pans over there that I use less frequently. All right, back here is harder anyway. I have to get my light to shine, so I put my cooker back here, my roaster, and all those bottles and things that we don't use very much, and put it back here Back there is my, you know, the grill stuff. And then up here is my toaster, and that's where my rice cooker usually is. But I'm using it so it's on the counter. And down below my sink is just the things that I use all the time. And those are the pods for the dishwasher. I put them in it. Alright, and down here are just baking dishes. And then up there would be my slow cooker. I don't have it in there right now. I'm getting ready to use it also. So, and then sliding over to the other side, I have just some chargers and some crystal plates. And then my deep fryer. Oh, if I had a brain. My air fryer. This cabinet, it usually stays the cleanest because it's just my pots and pans. And right there, I don't have any on the rack because today is my cooking day, so I'm cooking. And then I did put this back in there. That's my to-go cup. I use it periodically, so I like to keep it handy. All right, and this is my corner cabinet. I have a love-hate relationship with this cabinet. Don't pay attention to the little dirt up there. We're going to clean that next week, the outside of the cabinets. But this is where I keep my oil and things like that. And my acrylic paint that I'm using that I put there so I don't forget where I put it. That I forgot, right? And then this things to clean the stove and stuff is down there. These are just extra kind of things. And this, anybody got any ideas? This is like metal, but it's kind of rusted. It's been that way since I bought the house, but I just put paper towels down. And this side I have like this little shelving thing, which fits perfect here to put my spices in, but you have to be careful that they don't fall off. And then I'm just wondering how you're supposed to clean the bottom. As you can see, it is really dirty, y'all. I'm going to have to clean and the back of it. Whoever designed this does not think it through clearly. And or maybe it's just me. And then some Obey that's been in there for a while that needs to be dusted off because I don't use Obey that much. And then the spices, you know, that we all use. And that's my cup. It's a emoji cup. I love this cup. And I use it like if I have bacon grease or something, I will put a paper towel, a couple paper towels in there. Viva paper towels are the best, I think, for me. And I put the paper towels in there and then pour the grease in there, and that way it's easily you could dispose of it. You could put it in a Walmart bag then. And I love this ground red pepper. And it's like powder. I do have pepper flakes up here, but I like the other one better. Alright, so we're going to be cleaning this up. And that is that. Alright, if you have a corner cabinet. Oh, this was a mess, y'all. I think that was the hardest cabinet I had to do. On this side, see back here, behind here, I could not figure out how I'm going to get that clean. So I tried everything. I tried the dust mop, it wouldn't go up under there. I tried the Swiffer, wouldn't go up under there because of the handle. So I just took the little cloth thing that goes on the Swiffer and I put it at the end of my Swiffer. You could use a broom or any kind of, handle. And then I put a rubber band around it and stuck it up under there. Y'all, I had about 6 spices that was up under there. And how you're going to know if you've got spices and stuff back there, if it does not flow freely like this, then you've got something blocking it. So, and I could not believe, because I would have spices and I thought I bought a new one. Oh, I did. It was up underneath it. So here, I just put some of the spices back up here that I use all the time, my pepper and stuff. And then in the back here, I decided to put this container that I have for the extra spices that, you know, I have the spices here or either on the bottom, and those are the extra ones that's next in line to be used. So I went ahead and put them in this container that I had before that went up under my sink. One day I'll get it color coded, but not today. I was lucky to get all this done. And I took this out, and y'all, you wouldn't believe all the spices and stuff that fell in here and got it dirty, but it rinsed clean. I just rinsed it out and every bit of it came out, and then I washed it. Down here for this tray, as you know, I told you I had little rust spots in different spots, but then I think I'm going to paint it eventually, not today. It was a chore getting all that stuff out from under there. So I did wash these down and to refill the spices that I had the spices for. And then, of course, you know, that's where I keep my little emoji cup, and I always keep the breadcrumbs inside of it. So I just decided to go ahead and do it. I'm going to Google if this Crisco is good. I don't know how long Crisco is good for. I've never used it, but once I tried to make biscuits. March of 21. I made a few biscuits, and they were pretty good. They weren't, you know, they weren't Ellie Mae, but they weren't Bojangles either. All right, and then up here at the top, you know, I said I've used this. And then on the other side, you can see them there, but we'll turn it around. Okay, here we go. And up here, I just had these things just out, you know, on the little tray thing. And on this one, since it does have oil and stuff, and it's messed up more than the rest of it. So let's see. I always put paper towels here, but what I decided to do was I found this in my storage room, in my spare bedroom. That's my storage. I saw this in there and I said, oh, that'll be great. I'll be able to use it in the cabinet. So that way everything's contained. This, especially this, since it's oil, because you know, if it spills over, it's just a little flap holding it in there. And I decided to put the oils in there, so that worked out really great. And I like plastic things for things like that because they're easily washed, opposed to a basket. If you had a basket, you wouldn't be able to wash it. And even if you had a liner, you could wash the liner, but it would be hard to keep the basket clean. And then here's just the salts. I had two. I had one here, and I had one over in the other cabinet when I cleaned it out. Didn't know I had. And then my Obey that I don't use very much, I went ahead and put it in here. The one that was open, I could not get it to close. I don't know why I even put it back in the cabinet. So I just went ahead and threw it away this time. So, and then my Lowry seasoned salt. I used to use it all the time. I don't use it as much anymore. But I tell you, this here, this is chicken bouillon. That is some good stuff. It goes on everything. You can put on pork. You can put on just about any meat. It tastes delicious and it enhances the flavor. And it doesn't really give it like the chicken flavor. It just really enhances the flavor of your meat. All right, that's it for this cabinet. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell next to it, and you'll be notified the next time I put up a video. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.